Hello there, my friends. So this video is about making a 1,000 item gratitude list. Now, why would you even want to do that, right? Well, so a friend of mine who I respect her a lot, she was studying to be a yoga instructor. And so we were both on kind of a spiritual path. And we were talking about different practices that improved our serenity and our peace of mind. So one of them is making a gratitude list. So we each took to making a 5 item gratitude list every morning and every evening. Just write down 5 things in my phone or on a piece of paper, or just say them out loud, like 5 things that I was grateful for. It could be people, could be events, could be anything. It could be like, thank you that I'm healthy. Thank you that uh, I'm thankful that I have food. I'm thankful that I have a place to sleep that's clean and dry. That could be 2 of them. So once we started doing this, she had her instructor actually told her to make a list of 1,000 things. And she thought that was ridiculous. But then she started to do it. So here's what happened when I did it. So she told me about it. So I started to do a list, and I came up with some of the general things that we do, like I just did, actually. Like I'm grateful for a place to sleep, and that I have money to pay my bills, and that I have a car that I can get around in. I live in a relatively safe neighborhood. I'm grateful for people in my life. I'm grateful that my mother is still alive and that we have a good relationship. I'm grateful for my wife, my brother, etc. So, yeah, but I knew I had to make a list of a lot of things. So I'm going down this list and I'm starting to like run out of ideas. So I'm writing and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm grateful for this pen that I can write with. Well, I'm grateful for my hands that I can write with. And I'm grateful for my fingers. I'm grateful for my left hand, the first finger, the second finger, the third finger, the fourth finger, the thumb, and then on my right hand. And then I started going down those kinds of lists of, the things that we have 10 of, right? 10 fingers, 10 toes, and then other, parts of the body, but basically things that like are out there that have multiple, you know, there could be multiple things on the list. So I could start racking up the numbers on my list, right? And then I'm like, well, wait, okay, what else do I have? Oh, I have 10 knuckles. Actually, I have 3 joints on each finger, so I can be grateful for each one of those joints. And my fingernails, I can be grateful for each one of my individual fingernails. And then my cuticles, I can be grateful for each one of my cuticles, and so on. It got smaller and smaller, kind of the as I started to make this list, the items I was being grateful for, actually got smaller kind of in size and more specific. And then I started to realize, okay, this is what this exercise is all about, right? So if you don't want the spoiler, pause here and start making a list. But if you just want to hear my conclusion, so what I got out of the exercise was that, number one, there's so many things that I can be grateful for. Yes, there may be situations in my life that need to be addressed, things people would call problems, even physical ailments, or situations in my life that I want to improve. But even with all of those, I can still look and see that there are things that function that I don't, in my body, even that I don't have to even think about. I don't have to worry about how fast my nails grow. I don't have to worry about the fact that when I want to uh, grasp something, I don't have to individually control each joint in my hand, that I can just grab it. Uh, and so it was the sheer quantity of things, but it was also the fact that I take these things for granted without observing them, almost always. Like the only time I think about breathing is if I'm out of breath or if I'm meditating and I'm trying to control my breath. But otherwise, my body just breathes, right? And I should be grateful for that too. So I thought this was a useful exercise for me because it made me realize some things. And I hope it's an exercise that's useful for you too. And if you try it, I'd love for you to let me know which conclusions you came to and maybe some of the more surprising things that you found that you were grateful for that you would normally not have thought of if you had done a list of 5 things as opposed to 1,000 things. So also, the other benefit I found was that sitting down and taking the time to write this out, um, just giving myself permission to use time in that way for self awareness. I know self care is a big word right now, but being able to allow myself to do that is a really big deal. I prioritize my well being uh, enough that I would actually take the time out to do this. So that's a pretty big thing for me as well. Plus, now I have a list of 1,000 things that I'm grateful for. So when I find myself in a situation where I may be experiencing what would be called negative emotions, uh, stress or anxiety, or I'm facing troubles or a situation or something like that, my mind is unclear. I have this as if I remember to use it as a reference to what is good in my life and what is worth being grateful for. So I think that's it. So I hope you guys have a great day today, and I'm grateful for this YouTube channel. I'm grateful for uh, all of you who are out there right now. There's 13,529 subscribers as of right now. So thanks for that. This is really an honor and a privilege to be able to talk to you. And I hope to hear from some of you in the comments. Have a great day.